Yes, people, everyone's good. Genuinely, I hope everyone's good. Hope you're all good. Before I get into this, I just want to quickly say to Brighton fans that Matt, I'll let you go. I'll say that bit now. You are getting an unbelievable player. Not only that, you're getting an unbelievable person. Genuinely. Heart and soul of our club. Plays with so much freedom, so much fun, so much joy. Unbelievable talent, unbelievable ceiling. An excellent person and just pure joy. Please look after him. He's brilliant. You might be patient, you might be frustrated at times, but trust me, you have an unbelievable player. Unbelievable, and I'm excited to watch you this season because that side looks a joke. So, the manager as well. Yeah, good luck. Genuinely, unbelievable player. Unbelievable. Yeah, let's get into this. There's genuinely many reasons why this one hurts more than anything. Many reasons, and I will get into some of them. Genuine personal reasons as well that I'll speak a little bit about. But the first and obvious reason is how good the player is and the player himself. What a talent. One unbelievable and unique talent to have at this level. You cannot replace that remotely. You simply cannot. Profile of the player he is completely opposite to anything that plays in the Championship. There is nothing like it. That was our card. We had that talent. We had that difference maker. The guy that was clearly too good for this level, playing at this level, it made no sense. But he was, and it was ridiculous for us. Before his hernia was unplayable, laughing and taking the mick out of defenders, taking the mick out of entire teams. That's what he did. It was unbelievable. And you cannot replace that remotely. Can't replace the output. Can't replace the profile. You can't replace what he did in games, how he dragged us through games by dropping deep, doing midfielders' jobs, running forward. Not just the final third, remember. This guy did everything. Such a joy to watch. Such a raw talent. Such an unbelievable player. Genuinely. I'm absolutely gutted. And then there's the personality side of it. I've been in teams, believe me, people, where you have a player like that and they are so, so rare. I'm lucky to be in a team where I had a player like that. Ridiculously talented. Frustrated the hell out of you at times. But you know he was the one. You knew. You need anything in a game, he'd do it. Also an unbelievable person. And a top personality in the side. Genuinely brought the feeling of everything up. Just to watch him, you didn't know what he was going to do. It was great. It's a great feeling to have that connection with in a team, to have that feeling around a team with a player like that. It truly is beautiful. And when they go, it feels a little more shallow. You can't bring that little edge back. You can't bring it back. You simply cannot. And that will happen to us. That will happen to us. The hardest bit is that not only is he a personality, it was a player. He had everything. He literally had everything we need. He was the key. You had to build around him. Genuinely can't underestimate the power, presence, and the personality it has like that on the training ground in it, or in the changing rooms or on the pitch, combined with the ability. That is ripping the heart and soul out of your entire club. Trust me. Like I said, I've been in a similar situation. And the guys around you are great. You love everyone. You're all close. You need that personality just to make things feel better. And he's gone to Brighton. Acting like it died there. No, he's gone to Brighton. Yeah. I look at the performance yesterday and I genuinely think right now it makes sense. That would affect them. If they'd have found out before the game that he'd been going or he'd had an offer accepted, that would have affected them. And that's what it does. That's what I mean. That's what a player like that can do. It's a Labrador. He's that guy. He's that running around just being fun, making you feel better. You might have had a bad day. You go into training and he's there. It just makes you feel better. It's such a huge loss, devastating for us as a club. Devastating. This was the one that had to keep. The reason I got into football. This is where I talk about the personal stuff real quick. The reason I got into football was because the first person I remember watching was Ronaldinho. Why? I used to go downstairs at night and watch the highlights of the Champions League. My dad would go, look, watching. Saw this guy with his headband, his long hair, smiling, a smile on his face, doing these unbelievable tricks, not caring and just enjoying football. And that was what got me into the sport in the first place. That was the reason I loved the sport. I wanted to be him. I wanted to be Ronaldinho. I want to be that guy. Because it's so rare to find a player that plays with that smile and plays with that joy and that freedom. Georgie did that. That's one reason why he's so good, because he just reminded me of that little boy that loved watching Ronaldinho. He reminded me of that. And I went to Ellen Road last year, and whenever I watched him there, it was genuinely just sat there, just like in awe of watching him play, not knowing what he was going to do, always trying, always smiling, playing with a passion. That was what got me into the sport. A player like that, and there's one at the club, and he's playing really well, and he's the heart and soul of it, and he's got the personality. And then the reason I knew about Georginio originally, what got me into the player, was everyone goes through bad times in their life. They do. During lockdown, I was at student accommodation. All my student mates that I lived with moved out. They all went back home. I couldn't. I was literally in accommodation by myself for almost a year, alone. I couldn't do anything outside because of lockdown for the most part. I didn't know many people in Manchester. I had no idea. Football wasn't on. I lost all my kind of joy and personality. And you sat there and I don't know what to do, and it's bad. It's bad. Like I said, people go through bad places. But what happened was the Bundesliga came on first before any other football, but it came back. And luckily we had someone who left the box and I could watch it. I could watch Bundesliga. The first game I watched was Hoffenheim, and Georgia came on. And I was sat there watching the game, going, it's all right. I'm glad it's back. It's boring, but it's back. I just wallowing in my pity. It's pathetic, but it's what we do as humans. And Georgie came on. He came on. I remember looking, and he stood there with his cool hair and stuff, and I'm going, oh, this guy looks like he's going to be a fun footballer. He had his socks up. But this guy's going to be fun. And he came on and he utterly destroyed their entire team. Utterly destroyed it. But he did it in a way with a smile on his face, playing with pure joy. Genuinely, I watched that performance from Georginio Rutter. This young lad, just playing with joy and fun and just enjoying himself when all the world was suffering. And I sat there and I literally went, why am I sitting here every day miserable in this dark room, not talking to anyone? I go for weeks without talking to people, face to face, weeks, literal weeks. And I'm sat there going, what am I doing? And that little trigger genuinely uplifted me to want to do something and want to continue and want to go into football and do all this stuff, not just sitting there in my misery. And that, I don't know, this is weird, but that's true. Like, I was sat there and that realization of anyone can be that guy, enjoying their life, having fun. No matter what bad the situation is, you can make something of it. Watching him just come on and just with a smile on his face, just pure joy and happiness, taking people on, doing skills, reminded me of Ronaldinho, reminded me of why I got into football, and reminded me of the person that I was. And suddenly that little trigger brings back good feelings. It brought me, it gave a little spark back, and that's why I absolutely love him. Because there's a little thing there that made me realise things. And he was that, him coming on, just watching him, I was like, whoa, who's this guy? It was just so fun. It made me realise why I'm in football. You've got to enjoy it. It's about fun. It's enjoying yourself. And then obviously he signed for us. Couldn't sleep. I was so excited because of the memories he brought at a bad time. It's like music, you know, everyone has music for a bad time and it helps them through, or a TV show, whatever, or an exercise. For me, that watching him do what he did with a smile on his face was the first step of me getting happy again. Um, like Bielsa. Bielsa was the reason I went to uni in the first place because I was in a job and I genuinely hated it. I hated it. Horrible. I loved the people there and clarify the people there were amazing, but I hated it. What am I doing? This is during lockdown, the first lockdown. And Bielsa ball came back. It made me want to made me think about football differently and realise there's more I can do here. That's why I got into football. I went to uni. So not many people have this impact on me in sport. Hardly any at all. Ronaldinho did. Marcel Bielsa did. Georginio Rutter did. Because of that moment. Genuinely. But to see what's happened and the fact that his last time at the club, I knew it was going to come, obviously. He's too good. But to happen now, right now, in the midst of all what's going on, his last performance at Ellen Road, in a 3-0 loss to a half-empty ground, people who'd had enough. That is sad. Like I said, Archie went, Somerville went, Mara went. I was annoyed. Oh, we're not keeping. But honestly, after an hour, I was fine with it. Genuinely, this might sound pathetic, but just based on what he is and what he brings, just watching him on a pitch to every fan. Look at the reaction on social media. Every single fan is feeling this. Every one of them. This is bad. Not only for us, players. Trust me, this will massively, massively affect them. Is there any more? All you top players are going. What's the pull now? I just truly, so sad. Anyway, no player would have this impact. Trust me, none in my life but him. Even when Phillips went, I was sad. But yeah, is what it is, isn't it? You know, that's where we are. That's what I thought there were two clauses. There's two clauses. We got told there was two. All I'm saying, you know me, I don't get involved in the ownership stuff. That's just me. I like to watch and enjoy that stuff. I like to get involved in it. I just enjoy watching it, right? But we've been lied to there. Don't tell our journalists there's two clauses. Just don't mention it. Don't tell us how many there is, or tell us that yeah, every player's got one. Right? At least you're not lying. Joking it. Yeah, business needs to be done. But whatever damage you can repair. This is important. Like, I don't give up. Ever. Ever. You've got to now. You've got to replace this the best way you can, the most efficient way you can. You can't really replace his personality. You've lost all your personality at the club, by the way. Biggest part of it. Sorry, he's gone. We lost our leaders. We lost our personality. Big work to do. I'm absolutely good. I can't lie. Devastated by this. The other players I was fine with, genuinely. You know, I don't have that connection with. I like players. I love enjoying them, but when they've gone, cool. Good luck with your career. I'll watch you closely if I like you. I think this is different. This will affect the entire season for me because the heart and soul of the club has gone. That's what it feels like. It's gone. It's been ripped. Yeah. I really didn't want to make this video. I know I have to. Really didn't want to. I'll tell you a secret. Did it before and the audio didn't work. So imagine how I feel. You don't laugh, you'll cry, honestly. Looking at Bielsa behind me there. Decisions were made. But yeah. See you guys in a bit, people. Hope you all have a good day. Hopefully it doesn't affect you as much as it has me. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Football. Bye.